at our second real campground. The first night we stayed at the dealer. The second night we stayed at Ingram's Marina, which was interesting but nice. I really liked it. You can see the pictures. And then now we're at a place called Majestic Oaks, and it's pretty. It's more of a, everything. There's cement road. It's a cement slab for your truck and your camper. They've got a pool here and stuff. I would give this a 3.5 to 4 star park. I'm only saying that because my parents are big RVers and I've seen some really nice resorts. But this is awesome. It's clean. All of the campers here are new. Big trucks like ours. Lots of Class A's pulling little cars like Mini Coopers and whatnot. There was a Jeep truck that was pulling a travel trailer. It's gated, so you have to have a code to get in, which is kind of cool. I think this is kind of cool. So they give you you have your slab for your camper, but then you also have this little patio area. Well, technically you could be hanging out right there, or you could park your truck and have your canopy over your truck. We didn't do it like that on purpose. It just worked out that way. So it's just him and I, and we're just having such a nice, relaxing time. I'm trying to settle down because we've been on the go and moving so much. So thankfully I had a good night's sleep last night, but we're really loving it. It was very awesome. And now we're just chilling. I got up and had some quiet time, and had our prayer meeting this morning at 9, and then did some painting, and now I'm just waiting. If anything comes in from work that I need to handle, I'll do that. And I just took a walk up and down the street, but it's kind of sprinkling and I didn't want to get shocked by the lightning, so I'll probably go back out on a little walk later. I would like to use the selfie stick, but I'm still a little bit intimidated about that. Camcorder. We had a big one that sat on your shoulder. That thing was crazy awesome. Now of course you can do it on your phone. Like, it's weird to remember that you used to carry that. They'll be like, all right kids, let me film you riding your go-kart up and down the street, So we did a lot of videoing as kids, and I acted like a goofy clown on those videos. So maybe God was preparing me to make these goofy clown videos. No, but seriously, it is a little bit intimidating, but it's for people that I love. So I don't, that I just have to keep focusing on that. That's all that really matters, is the people that I love. So anyway, yeah, I'm really loving it. I think it's nice and quiet here. I'm looking forward to getting everything else that we need in here. Like, I don't know what I'm used to be such a good planner, but now I just am not a good planner. So, I only brought like 1 dish towel. I didn't really bring like any cleaning rags because I had like these pledge wipe things that, will clean up pretty much any mess. But yeah, other than that, but we have everything we need right now. It's just other things that you want, like, as a convenience. Like, okay, well, you have paper towels. So if you run out of, if you don't want to use your dish towel anymore, which has only really been used for like drying clean hands, well, there are paper towels. Well, sure, you're gonna run out of paper towels, but number 1, there's a store, and number 2, there's bath towels. Come on, people. What, hashtag first world problems. So and you know what, we're still camping. I need to feel like I'm still camping, which is why I'm outside right now. It just really kind of feels like another place to live so far, which I love, but it's not like roughing it. I've semi-roughed it. Being a tent camper, you do things different than you do at home. That's just all there is to it, and there's a lot less of that when you have an RV, which is cool because I'm lazy and old. So I'm to that point. I could still tent camp. I love to tent camp. As long as I had an air mattress and a fan would be cool, but honestly I could survive without one. I don't want to do it in the blazing summer, but you know, anything between that, before or after, I'm good with. And I've camped in the middle of summer my whole life, you know. For some reason, that's what camping attracts people. And I think it kind of should be the opposite. Like, who wouldn't want to go camping when it's cold? That way you can bring blankets and you can make big fires, which you do that anyway. So it depends on if you like to sweat, I guess. You know, sweaty or whatever. So anyway, yeah, we're just having a great time. We're not sure where we're going tomorrow yet. But to be continued on that. The drive has been really good. Jason has been doing such a good job. I'm so proud of him with everything that he's done. I mean, he's been busier than I have. You know, I just kind of sit back and be like, tell me what you need help with. Okay. Left blinker, good. Okay. Right blinker, good. Brakes, good. I mean, of course, I'm not like yelling like that. That's what the hand signals are for, but I was just letting you know that in case you ever need to do a brake and light check on your vehicle. So that's one thing we have worked out. And then I go around him and I make sure he puts the these things down, these blocks here, and I go around and make sure they're all straight and good, like the chocks on the wheels. Let me see if I can show you that. Right there, those little yellow things, those are like wedges that go in your tire to make sure it doesn't like roll front or back. So I just make sure those are in good and straight and all of that, and I just go around behind him and point out any concerns that I might have for him to see about. And but he pretty much has it. We just have to be cognizant of the, you know, what you need to do to break down camp, because you know, breaking down camp is probably the most important, because that's when you hitch your truck. So we definitely want to be able to hitch well and easily. Like at the campground that we were on the first night at Ingram's Marina, it was cool, but the spot was too small. I made the reservation the night before, and they asked me for my camper length, but it let me proceed, and then at the end it said something about 30 feet. So I called the next morning to confirm that we would be able to fit in that spot, and he's like, oh yeah, that's no problem, 35 foot fifth wheel, okay, sure. Well, I guess I should have told him that I had another 20 feet of truck. So but I mean, you think if you're pulling a 35 foot fifth wheel, you think you would know that it's going to have a long truck. Well, the way the campsite was, it was like it went like straight, and then it just kind of went down a little bit, like just a slight decline. But if you have your truck and your camper like that, well, you don't, your camper's going this way and your truck's going that way, that's not going to be good for the hitching factor. He probably could have got, oh hey, here we go, you're going to see the Jeep and the travel trailer that I was just telling you about. So they're off. A lot of people have left. So if you have your truck and your Jeep like that, you might be able to unhitch, but you're never going to get it hitched back up, because it has to be straight. It has to go in, and it just doesn't work like that. So anyway, so thank goodness my husband is so smart. He knows all of that kind of stuff. I would have just been like, oh, okay, let's just go ahead and do this. But see, it would have been hard to still unhitch. You would have still had trouble unhitching, but the rehitching would be not good. So we made it work. We actually didn't unhitch, which was kind of sucky, but only because you can't, I don't know, it was just different. You want your camper to be like steady on the ground and balanced and all of that jazz. So, but it was cool for one night. We were maybe there for a little over 12 hours or something. So just long enough to eat a little bit of dinner, go to sleep, and then wake up and get out. So we wanted to get an early start yesterday too, because we were driving a little bit further than we had been. So 250 miles takes us like right around 6 hours. Plus we went through a time zone, so that, going in, coming. But at any rate, yeah, we were on the road about 6 hours yesterday, which to me is like plenty. We do stop whenever we need to, though. We're not trying to rush or be in a hurry. You definitely don't want to be in a hurry. So it's been so nice to just be in the right lane, and just people just pass you up, and you just on cruise control, and you don't have to really worry too much about people breaking your cruise control because they're all flying by you anyway. So, you know, we're probably going right at the speed limit. For the most part, he might go like 5 miles over sometimes, but mainly he just goes whatever it says. So, and everybody else doesn't. So it makes it nice. People move out of your way. You know, I know when I've been on the freeway and seen big rigs and stuff, I don't mess with them. I just go around them as safely as I can and just move on. You know, so we're just thankful that we got a super safe truck. To be extra careful, we have, the things that we need, and the gas mileage is good. Pulling the camper, we are getting 13 miles a gallon of our diesel fuel, which is really good, because we've heard a lot of people saying that you get like less than 10, maybe like 9, 8, 7, and I'm like, that's crazy. But that's one good thing about having a big truck like that. It's it's not straining so hard to pull whatever is behind you. And also, if it was gas, it would really be going down quickly. So I'm glad we got a diesel. I'm glad we got the 3,500 instead of the 2,500. I think that was such a smart move on my husband's behalf. It didn't take much to convince me of all of that, especially when it comes to safety first, just always being extra careful. And I think that we could have, some people say, well, you're going to spend less money if you buy 2,500. Okay, well, here's the deal. If you have a budget, you have X amount of dollars, you can get a 2,500 for that, or you can get a 3,500, maybe a little bit less truck, whatever, so what? But it's all about what you want and your budget. It doesn't matter one or the other. If you have, $100,000 to spend on a pop-up, or you can spend $100,000 on a Class A, well, that's just a choice. They don't have $100,000 pop-ups, but if they did, I bet it would be friggin' awesome. So at any rate, I just wanted to kind of give y'all an update. Haven't had too much time to be getting on here and making a lot of small talk, but here I am anyway. And just wanted to give you an update on our current situation. So until next time, thank you for watching an episode of We Now Have an RV. And Brown Betty is awesome. I love her. She's so cute. And I like how she's not too long,